Започваме. Alright. Hello everyone. We are Maria and Dave, and today I'm gonna ask Dave some questions about basketball and athlete world. So, yeah, you wanna introduce yourself to the followers?
Hello, Zdrasti. I'm Дейвид Хотън, and I'm a professional basketball player now. I've been playing for 8 years in Europe, so I'm hoping to continue for another 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Oh, okay. Some of them I know you from a few years ago when you played in Balkan, Ботевград.
Balkan.
How did you end up there, and what was your experience as an athlete in Bulgaria?
I ended up there because the team contacted my agent, and I was asked to come and play. And to be honest, I had no idea where Bulgaria was or what to expect. But I accepted, and I'm happy I accepted, of course, you know. But the experience there was awesome. The group of guys that I was with, my teammates, great guys, you know, especially helping me. They spoke English, so it made it very easy to adapt to everything. But just the whole experience of being a part of that team was phenomenal. It was awesome. Like, I loved it a lot. So. It was special.
I think Ботевград is very basketball city, so it makes it better for you. Like
especially the fans. Like the fans were the atmosphere was always wild and crazy. So it was just fun to be a part of and just to experience it. You know, it was awesome.
Right. Okay. So we all know that in Bulgaria it's very common in basketball world.
Mm-hmm.
For referees to take the blame for the results of the game, right? So how do you channel your frustration when the referee's decision doesn't go the way you want it to go?
I mean, it's frustrating. You know, it's frustrating sometimes. You have a passion for the game. You know, you love playing, so your emotions sometimes get the best of you, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, everybody's human. They make mistakes. And
the dog is moving the camera. Wait. Okay.
Yeah, you know, the most you can really do is you're frustrated, you know. But once the call is called, you can't do anything about it. You just gotta accept it, you know, and just.
But this takes the fun out of it, like the real game.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Sometimes it's like that, you know. Sometimes it's like that. That's why it's always a better feeling when you beat the odds, you know.
Yeah, I know.
It's always a better feeling. So.
All right. So you played in how many different countries? A lot of different countries, right?
Yeah.
So, which team or which country you had the best experience, and why?
I'd have to say Greece.
I can agree with that.
It was in Crete for Rethymno, and the reason why it was one of my favorites was because we were right by the waters. You know, we had the sea, everything, great weather, right on the beach. It was just perfect, you know.
But
it was
not just that, the team.
The team itself was really good, you know. Another set of great guys that I was able to work with, play with, you know. And I still keep in touch with most of them as well, you know. So it's not just about going there and just playing basketball, but it's also forming, you know, relationships, you know, friendships or brotherhoods that last forever. So being there was definitely very, very special for me. So I would love to go back there and definitely visit for sure, you know?
I know.
Definitely.
Okay. So, how have the past teams you've been on making you a better player? What do you believe is the greatest challenge most athletes are facing today? That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
2 questions.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
Do you want me to repeat?
Repeat the first part. listening for the second part.
Like the past teams you've been on, how they make you a better player.
Oh, okay. So previous teams I've been on, I was younger, and I always had older players. You know, we call them vets. You know, so they would show us the ropes. They would show like what to do, what not to do. You know, you just pick up different things along the way as you're playing. You know, it's like when you're in a new city, you're driving around and you don't know this area, but once you're there for a while, you start to learn the area. You know, you start learning all the corners, all the tricks, and everything. So, being my past teams, I've always had older players that were able to show me the way and different ways to move and things not to do.
Yeah.
And what was the second
But the
part?
other one is what do you believe is the greatest challenge most athletes are facing today? Because probably when you started, it was different. Now maybe like there's something different, or
I mean,
I don't know.
I think the hardest thing for some players, especially their first year overseas or in general, is adapting. You know, you have to be able to adapt quick. Like you have to be able to get with the program right away. Like some things aren't going to be. It's not going to be like how it was at home. You know, like nothing's going to be set for you right away. Like you got to make sure you're up on time. You got to make sure you're here. You're there. Like you know, you gotta move professionally. You have to do everything accordingly. You know, so it's I think adaptation is one of the hardest things for some players sometimes.
Yeah, and maybe like getting along with every team.
Yeah, I mean, getting along with players. I mean, I never had a problem with that, but there are players that, of course, you know, they're gonna have their differences.
Right.
I think also language barriers sometimes, like not understanding each other. You know,
yeah.
like you say one thing and somebody takes it the other way, but you didn't mean it like that, but they don't know that because they don't understand you, and vice versa. You know.
Like this team is the perfect example because you're the only American on this team, and everybody's Macedonian and Serbian, but they understand each other, and you are the only American. And in the group chats, nobody's saying anything in English. Even during games, everybody's just speaking Macedonian, and you're trying to understand.
But you know what though, I actually like that though, because for me, I'm learning it at the same time.
Yeah,
you know?
but I think like when you're like in the game and you're focused and you don't think like, oh, I'm learning. No, you're in the game. You have to understand.
It's like I know it though, because I hear it so often, like over and over. It's like, okay, like Edno Dolo, all right, one down. We're about to make this play right now. One down. I have to go screen here, there, you know. And shout out to Damien as well. That's my boy / translator. So
right.
He made it easy for me.
He's not here anymore. Okay. So describe your highlights and achievements in sports. Like what was your biggest achievement or something that you'll never forget?
One game I had 34 points and I think 18 rebounds. It was one of my biggest games. And another one I had 20 points and 20 rebounds, but also just being the league rebounder. Coming in first for leading the league in rebounds. So that was one of my biggest achievements in basketball.
That's good. Wait, I lost it. How important is an athlete's public image nowadays? That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's very important because you never know who's looking up to you. You know, you never know who you're inspiring, you know? So I always believe, you carry yourself with a certain amount of respect, like I would never walk by somebody if they ask for, let's say, a picture or, just an autograph or something. I would never say no, like you're making somebody else's day or, you're just making somebody happy, And it's not even about being recognized. It's just doing stuff. It's really about doing stuff when people aren't watching. That's who you really are, I believe.
What do you think about social media? Like, how do you represent yourself on social media? Because now I feel like that's really important too, because as you said, you don't know who's watching you. You don't know if some teams are watching you or agents or anything. So you kind of want to have a good image on social media too, because nowadays you can find a job through social media.
I mean, through social media, you know, it's simple. You know, of course, you don't put up anything that's harmful to yourself or that's going to disrespect others, of course, you know. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a big poster on Instagram or social media in general, but I believe that what you do post, you know, does have an effect on maybe what you're aiming for in life as well, you know, because teams do, of course, you know, everybody's linked into this social media and everything. Everybody wants to see what everybody's doing, you know. So I feel like teams also get a perspective of what kind of player they're bringing in, you know, the stuff they see they post, you know. So I feel like it plays a big role as well. It definitely plays a big role.
Yes. So tell us how, what is your daily routine? What do you do?
Daily routine as an athlete? I love to sleep. But daily routine, when I wake up, I like to stretch at least, get a nice little stretch in before even going to the gym. I gotta have a breakfast, something small, but something small, eggs at least, or an apple, or just something like a fruit, you know. After that, after practice, I come home, eat, nap, get ready for the second practice. Hopefully get a movie in before, but that's usually it. Or we'll go for a walk sometimes. That's about it. You know, when it's season mode, it's not so much going on. But like when I have a day off or something, then we'll go somewhere. We'll travel somewhere. You know, sightseeing or relaxing or sleeping.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things though.
Yeah, we do.
We do a lot of things though.
This year is better than last year.
Yeah, you know. Now the cold isn't so bad, so.
All right. So my last question is, what is the quote that always motivates you? Do you have one? I know. Okay, go.
I don't have a quote that motivates me, honestly.
I think it's the Bible.
I read, yeah, it is the Bible. When you say quote, I'm thinking, you know, I do read the Bible before the game. You know, I have my certain scriptures that I like to read that gets me going, you know. Mm-hmm. And I also have a couple movies that I watch. You know, it gets me going. You know, for example, Coach Carter, Glory Road, Above the Rim. You know, like anything with sports. You know, even boxing. Sometimes I watch boxing, like Mike Tyson's those videos, just to really get me. It's like a fight, you know. For me, it's a fight. That's what I'm about to get into. I'm about to get into a fight. So it gets me going. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, these are all my questions. It was nice.
It was nice. I appreciate you having me on your show.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully, I'm welcome back. You know, I appreciate it. Anytime. I'm Dave, by the way.
Maria.
Nice to meet you.
Let's get married.
Let's go out for dinner, maybe.
Yes.
For free. Perfect.
Okay, so that was everything. We hope you guys liked it. Thank you, SpoRt Media, for this opportunity. We hope you have a better idea of what a life as an athlete is. You know.
Yeah.
It's tough. Maybe sometimes it looks easy, but now when I'm closer to this life, I realize that it's pretty hard. Yes. Alright, that was everything. See you next time.
Later.